Show. Living on the water is the only life we know. Yo, ho, ho, ho. It's time for the Boaty Show.
Stephanie.
Hold on.
What?
Hi. Hi, Jeff. Hi, it's me.
You look pretty good right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. You are perched on a glider on a dock next to a boathouse on an island
that is round.
That is round in a river.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
I know. It's a great place to be. So are you, by the way. Also next to both of our boats.
Next to our boats. Look at all that down east awesomeness.
No, they're all matchy.
They're like butt to butt.
Yeah, I thought opposite directions would be good. When I came in and docked just after you did, I thought it'd be cool to have the bows in opposite directions.
When you said that, I thought you were saying, I thought opposite directions would be better than butt to butt.
Well, I also thought that. And that was also true because you made it weird for a second.
And there's a shamrock in the boathouse. I can see it. And I'm very, very shamrock curious.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. It's an open, so we're next to a closed-sided boathouse, 2-story. You called it a dry boathouse.
Well, mine's a dry boathouse.
This one is too, isn't it?
Christy says yes.
Yeah.
Should we talk about our hosts today?
Yeah. They are the proprietors of Shady Ledge.
Yeah.
Which...
can sound alternatively both charming and also sketchy.
Sketchy. Dry boathouse, skiff house. Like back in the day, people didn't have motorboat, much less motorboats, and they had skiffs that they rode, and they had maybe a sailboat. And so these dry boathouses are a ramp down to the river, and that is the ramp upon which you would deploy your skiff, go for a row to get to and from the island to go get your groceries. And that's what Gray and Christy do now.
Yes. So anyway, so our hosts are Gray and Christy McCletchy. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
And so why is it called Shady Ledge? What's so shady about it?
I think when it was originally built, it was probably surrounded by trees. It was built, I'll just give a little history. It was built in 1882 by this guy named Frank Taylor, who was a special artist. He worked for Harper's Bazaar, and he came up here and he painted pictures, wrote copy, and promoted the Thousand Islands. And so this was his summer place that he built here on the foot of Round Island, and it's one of the first cottages on the island.
Wow.
So, yeah. And so the skiff house that we're sitting in front of now, the first floor was for the skiffs and canoes and stuff, and the second floor was his art studio.
In the ski house,
this
right next to us. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he did a lot of original oil paintings.
No, watercolors and pen and ink.
Yeah. A lot of that is still around. Like you can still find that stuff.
Bolt Castle, they have some. The Thousand Islands Museum.
Cool. Yeah. Bolt Castle is on Hart Island. We discussed that last week during the show from Tennis Island. We didn't talk a lot about Bolt Castle. We talked a lot about George Bolt and Louise and Tennis Island.
And cows and tunnels.
And cows and tunnels and canals and oh my. Yeah. So do you have any of the art in the cottage now?
We do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do.
Cool. How's it hold up?
It looks pretty good. Yeah.
Right.
Some of it came off of eBay. Some of it was in the house when we bought it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Some of it you stole from your neighbors when they weren't looking.
No, I wish. I mean, really? We thought about that.
Yeah. That's why it's called Shady Ledge.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be mining reasons why it's shady all day.
I know.
That's what I'm looking for. That's
It's
the content all our listeners are here for.
We really don't know. Sorry.
No, of why it's shady.
I really do believe that it had to do with the trees.
Oh, no.
I think it was actually quite literal, and it's built on a ledge.
But what about smuggling?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so, because that was, with bootlegging?
Yeah, sure.
So he was here from like 1882 to like the 1920s, early 1920s, and then the place was kind of not used for a long time.
Mm.
And then they started using it again around like maybe post World War II.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any smuggling really.
Maybe it wasn't, like nobody admits to it being used.
Oh, it's possible.
It could be a very dark, there could be a dark chapter in the history of Shady Ledge.
And let's pause in Jeff's desperation to find something shady about Shady Ledge.
Does it sound desperate?
And also, and just pause for a moment to just say that we are, just to give a little context of what we're doing here, right? Like we're doing a quick show in order to bookend.
Oh yeah, thanks for bringing it back.
Yep, because we had a live show last night.
We had a live show last night.
We did. I mean, we should play it off like super chill, like it happens every day. Like whatever, Who cares?
Yeah, we had a live show. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Some people came. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. No big deal.
Yeah.
It's totally. Actually, no. We should throw it out to our listeners and the audience because they were pretty awesome.
They were really awesome.
They really did shit. They're like, I have never been so happy to be like so a part of this little community.
I was the like try hard kid at the school dance, so I can't keep my cool about this. I was like kind of.
Well, that was a great job trying for at least 13 and a half seconds.
I was trying to keep it down. Stephanie was really nervous and then not nervous, and I was not nervous and then got more nervous. Nothing to be really nervous about, except walking out on stage to pull off a live short version of our podcast in 10 minutes or less with the musicians, Jay and Josh, playing the theme songs live right next to us, and an audience full of people, some of whom we knew, and that was wonderful, and some of whom we didn't, and that was like maybe some blank faces.
There was definitely some what the hell is happening here.
Yeah. I shared a couple of moments earlier with Christy that we had a lot of people immediately raise their hands when I asked who came here by boat, because this was on an island that you can drive to, so some people didn't, but many did. And hands shot up, big smiles on faces, and then there were like oohs and ahs while we presented the pictures of Boat of the Week, and then not gonna spoil it right now because it's gonna hopefully, if I get the recording, come later in the episode. It was awesome the way people really reacted to the boat that ultimately won Boat of the Week.
Yeah, we did an applausometer, which is so much more scientific than how we usually decide the Boat of the Week.
Usually somebody gives up,
which is like
says,
a
fine.
who the fuck knows -ometer. It's a slightly different meter. It's like related.
How do you calibrate one of those?
There's no calibration.
No, that's part of the meter.
It's the least scientific thing that's ever happened, ever. But normally we're like, I don't know. How about this one? Or one of us just feels strongly, and then we don't feel like arguing.
And the other one's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. But last night it was applausometer, which was very scientific.
Yeah.
And decisive.
Oh my goodness.
Whew.
People love that boat.
But don't.
I'm not spoiling it.
All right. We're all on the same page. Okay. So here we are. We're just doing a little bookend. We're here. We're in a beautiful location.
I do want to say.
Oh, it's
Yes.
Missy. Missy, go.
That we're not going to say who won, but their sticker was immediately delivered through the audience
By the hot admin.
Yes, to a lot of excitement, and that made me happy.
Yeah, the hot admin, which is Missy, popped out of her seat, raised the sticker over her head, danced around looking for the winner, ran up the aisle, met the winner in the aisle, presented the sticker. There were hugs. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There was a little dancing.
Like a little boogie down production.
Yeah.
Good.
While everybody was applauding. It was really remarkable. Mm-hmm. We did that shit. Jay invited us onto his stage, and he was certain it was going to be great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is the two of them and all of their magical atmosphere that they create, like they certainly were a big part of the success.
They were. They set us up for success.
I guess it's time. I guess maybe it's time for the Boaty Show. I don't know. What do you think?
It's time for the Boaty Show. Living on the water is the only life I know. It's time for the Boaty Show.
Are we good? We're good. We're getting there. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jay. Hello, Josh.
You guys? This is so exciting. I'm fangirling over here.
What seemed like a great idea in April has come to pass.
All right.
So, hey, where are we?
Where you tell us where we are. This is your fault.
We are at Thousand Island Park, New York. We are in the Tabernacle. We are at the Contenders Show. We're so grateful for our musical hosts. We have the musical director, writer, composer, and producer of the Boaty Show music theme, Jay Nash. And we've had a pretty Boaty week. It's not been like an amazing Boaty week. I mean, I'll say not epic.
We had some super boaty times last night.
And I wasn't.
I was having a really bad, well, not a terrible day, but like none of my basic needs were being met. And Stephanie showed up on my dock and she's like, "What if I took you water skiing right now?" And I said, "I got chicken on the grill, but this won't take but 5 minutes."
No. That's Stephanie's superpower. When everybody has one of those days, it gets turned around with Stephanie at the wheel of the ski boat. Yeah.
It's literally happened twice.
What I'm getting at is that, like, I had a kind of boaty week. I had to go to my day job a lot, and so there wasn't as much boaty, but we had a few missions, and I don't want to pretend like we're actually good people, but we have done some good things this week. So we had a mission out to Grindstone, Selena.
Oh, we did. We gave somebody a ride to the head of Grindstone.
Because they had
boat problems?
They hit a shoal.
Oh.
Yeah. We're all river rats. We know.
Remind me that. I got a song about that.
You do have a song about that. Yeah. I mean, not to segue this early in the Boaty show.
It's not autobiographical though.
It definitely is.
We're river rats. We all know that. That sound. Oh God. And Selena had heard that sound, but she needed to ride out. She and her groceries.
Yes, and some other things.
Some furniture.
Yeah. It was all good though.
It was all good.
We did. We showed up for that.
But that doesn't mean we're good people. No. Well, you are.
If only it were that simple.
And that was your mission. You invited me. We made it happen. And then today I met your friend Emmanuel.
Yes, Emmanuel
Miller.
Amish Emmanuel.
So curious.
Yeah, so curious. And I'm not Amish curious. I'm all in Amish.
Yeah, you're already.
Yeah, I kind of shaved my mustache off before the show because I'm gonna get there. And but he has a boat canvas business, as we discussed on the show, and I helped him with snaps. And then somehow I ended up going back and helping him with my car. I had to move a boat on a trailer so that he and his wife could host church in their barn. Straight up. That might make me if not a good person, then a less bad person.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We could go on and on about our boaty week, but I'd like to hear from the audience who came here by boat tonight. That's a bunch of hands. Look at these guys came by boat. I'd like to have a show of hands for mermaid bumpers on your boat tonight. Anybody?
We know there's at least one.
We know there's at least one of you. We got a picture before the show of mermaid bumpers deployed. All right.
For a long time, we had one in our family. I think our friend Mike Joyce gave it to us. Is that where that came from? Do you remember the mermaid bumper? Let me do the mermaid bumper pose.
There it is, right there.
Why her hands behind her head? Why?
And I was 9 years old, so I was like, I really like that bumper.
It was like you put down the National Geographic and looked at the bumper.
I was like, she's perfect.
I love this because, like, I want to say, like, Jeff's going to edit that out later, but that's not how it works.
All right.
Boat of the week.
What?
Oh, did you say?
Wait, no, it's boat of the week. Yeah, that's enough about mermaid bumpers.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Tasty. It's the boat of the week, stable and sweet. Check out there, there's some babies and she's it's the boat of the week, the boat of the week. Ooh, I love me, the boat of the week. La da 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 da. Hey, yeah, let's check out the boat of the week.
Many submissions this week.
Oh, that was so good. Thank you. I wish I had two hands for clapping, but I don't. So everybody should just clap again because that was. What's up, boat of the week?
No, but we should keep the show on the road. I'll just play some
Little background. Yeah, just a hint of boat of the week in the background. I like it. It's nice. Does anyone want to tell a little story about how much Jeff hates yacht rock and Jay made it anyway?
Jay gave me a conversion expense.
Yeah, it was the second episode. Like, Jeff was just going on and on. He just hates yacht rock. And then they're doing this boat of the week, and I'm just like, then I'm like, boat of the week, boat of the week. Ooh, yes! And it just fell out of the ether. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done. This is my magnum opus right here. And then I just delivered it, and then didn't he play it? I gave it to Jeff first, and then you heard it for the first time live, like while you're doing a
live recording. Yeah, you nailed it. You diagnosed you diagnosed major 7th chord.
Yeah, you don't like this one. You like this chord, but if I drop that tonic down to the major 7 and give this, it's just. It's like cool mint vanilla.
I don't even like those words. All right. So we've had a number of submissions, many, and a few to like 7 last-minute submissions. So you know who you are. Those will be ignored
Kept
today.
till next week.
I think we got to do the top 3. Do we have pictures of the top 3?
We have pictures of the top 3. We have curated a selection. This is quite a diverse selection, more diverse than usual.
And folks, we're going to decide this week's boat of the week.
We will decide.
Using the applause-o-meter. So just take it in right now. Don't make any snap judgments. Just soak it up.
Josh. Yes. You're the applause-o-meter.
I'm that person.
You're the applause-o-meter.
Okay.
First boat, BMW and TYDE collaborate. They produce an electric-powered hydrofoil, 13.5 meters. You do the math. I'm not gonna on stage. I'm not going to show you the interior, but it is another exemplar of IKEA German design, like just very clean.
What is this? Is this a hydrofoil?
Hydrofoil. So have you seen the people on the surfboards?
Yeah.
With the thing? It's like
I know
that.
what hydrofoil
right?
is.
No, but the electric hydrofoil. you do. I'm boat splaining. God.
Fine. Please tell me more about that.
Yeah. It's a hydrofoil. It's electric. It's got beautiful windows. It flies above the waves for some indeterminate period of time. It's a concept. I've observed that there are a lot of automakers that are playing around with electric boats because they got all the batteries and the electric powertrain. Something I'm very interested in is convergence. It's actually informationally how we all got to relatively cheap, lightweight horsepower with the small block V8 that went into tons and tons of inboard boats back in the day. Yeah, marinized automotive engines. All that engineering went into boats. All right.
You're getting too geeky for boat of the week, man. Just show them.
It's a tight rope.
Yeah.
It's a tight rope.
It's not a normal podcast. Just
Is this from Kim Murphy?
That's from Kim Murphy. That's from Kim Murphy. Thank you very much. The next boat is a Tiki bar boat submitted by Meredith and Dawn of Seattle City, New Jersey. It is clearly more of a barge than a boat. There's already some applause. It's clearly all in on Tiki. I like the sort of sun-faded flag on the back. I'm looking at.
I like that too.
Some like just enough Suzuki horsepower to.
I also like the blue bumper just dragging off the back right there.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
I like to roll like that. And then next, this is going to be tough to. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit here. Yes. All right. Not every boat of the week submission comes with copy. Those that do are very much appreciated. Sometimes copy will win you boat of the week and the coveted sticker delivered by the hot assistant, Melissa Pennington. Round of applause, snaps. So I'm going to read it. My official boat of the week submission is this little slice of hotness. Holy hell. 16 feet, so excellent. I bet it has real low, sexy freeboard. That would be so good for a sunset putter. Plus, I kind of can't deal with the stripes coming off the bow and wrapped into the dash to lead you to the woodwork on the dash. The word mark on the dash. Swoon. And kind of dying over the avocado green in contrast to the upholstery and brightwork. Take my money. That's a boat person right there. This is submitted by Jen Hohen O'Neill of Round Island. Here she is. 1970 Century Cheetah 16.
Look at Jay right now.
Stephanie, how do you feel about the name of this? It's a cheetah.
I don't care what it's called. I just want it.
And rarely do Boat of the Week submissions get 2 pictures during live shows, but this one does.
Oh, look at that. Look at that 70s dashboard. Look at those little cup holders that are swinging from the side. The avocado and the tan.
The pinstripes wrapping to the word mark. Just as in the copy.
I also want to note that this is a great boat for getting in and out of the water because there's a beautiful swim ladder on the back that also has more wood trim. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. I don't see how you can beat it.
We don't talk about engine stuff too much, so I'm going to say really quickly, it's got a Crusader 210 V8. Shh. Sorry.
That's a lot of motor for a 16-foot. Okay.
Motor for a 16-foot boat.
Beautiful. I love it.
All right. We will go back through and judge by audience applause.
Applause-o-meter.
Applause-o-meter.
Josh is the meter.
So let's give it up for the BMW TYDE electric hydrofoil. Okay. There. Moving on. Come on now. The Tiki Barge.
I like it because it's a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar. Last but not least, the Cheetah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 1970 Century Cheetah.
There's some big, some cheese. It's the boat of the week. Boat of the week. Ooh, I'm in love with the boat of the week. La da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, check out that boat of the week.
Jen, your sticker's in the mail. That was so much fun. That's my favorite boat of the week this year.
Yeah. This is all going to be on tomorrow's podcast.
This will all be on this week's podcast. So,
believe it or not,
every Wednesday we're recording tomorrow at an undisclosed location. Until next time, this has been the Boaty Show.
I guess that's it.
That's it. That's it for the Boaty Show.
That's it for the Boaty Show. Grab the cooler, grab the lines, let's go, 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 go.
That's it for the Boaty Show. Thank you, everybody.
Let's talk boats.
Okay.
Let's specifically talk about the Shamrock over there in the boathouse.
Okay.
Who's going to tell us about the Shamrock?
Christy.
I'll tell you how we got it.
Yeah.
So there was this man who lived on the island. His name was John Van Order. And about 4 years ago, maybe, he passed away. He was in his 80s. And I met John when we first bought this house. So that was like 13 years ago. Because the house had kind of been abandoned and people all over the island had been in it. So, you know.
I heard that story earlier today from somebody else on Round,
Yeah, somebody else was probably in it. So when he passed away, John and I had this like kind of mutual admiration society going. Like we just really liked each other and we really got along well. And when he passed away, I always loved this little boat. I thought it was super cute. And we had a chance to buy it. And I was like, Gray, please, please, please. And so that was how we bought it.
That's awesome.
And so it's fun. It's a 20-foot walkthrough is what it's called. That's the style of it.
Had you ever ridden in it with John?
Nope.
Okay.
Just saw it at the dock.
Okay. That's nice though that this friend of yours.
Yeah, we have his boat.
Yeah, and that memory of him, and he had lots of good times in that, and you have that boat now.
Did you buy it because you liked the way it looked or the way it rode or some combination?
I love the way it looks.
Yeah.
I think it's the cutest boat. I think it's, and I love that it was his.
I think that it is a really sharp, clean 20-footer. And, all right.
Distraction.
Seriously?
Right.
Again?
Yeah.
Again?
Listeners, here's what's going on. A Bertram 28 Flybridge, which is a big boat, deep V, pulled out from a dock next door where it had arrived after throwing a giant wake at us. Our boats got all bashed up. Yeah. And it just come out again, throwing another giant wake. And it looks like his, like he's got his like side piece in the Sea Hunt or something, throwing a giant wake too.
Side piece.
Yeah. And it's a big river and there's always wakes, but there's also like, you know, a little bit
Missy is saving my boat as we speak.
Yeah, Missy's pushing it off the dock.
She's doing a human bumper situation, which I really appreciate.
Missy the human bumper. Another, don't. No, they're not those words.
Nope, don't say that. Anyway, I also want to say...
I said B. Bumper.
All I want to say is you brought her. Anyway.
She's something. Shamrock.
I want to go back to the Shamrock because I also tend to pick boats by looks. And I also think that the other day you sent me the most amazing text message, which was that you saw your boat and you got excited when you saw it and then you remembered that it was yours.
I just didn't realize it was mine right away because it was out of the water and I came around in the marina and I was like, that's a hot boat. And I was like, that's my hot boat.
That's awesome.
Such a good feeling.
Yeah. And then that's exactly, and then I sent you the text message where I had said the same thing to Jeff like a week before. I was like, I just walked down to the dock to get in my boat and I saw my boat and I was like, that boat's hot. Oh, wait, it's actually mine and I'm walking to it. Like what? Like I'm old and senile and also, I guess, lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kids drive the Hot Admin and my kids drive the 24-foot Eastern a lot. They love it. Like tends to be what they take out to the cove.
Oh, we saw them in full force going by TI Park last night.
I don't need to know all about that.
I'd love to tell you all about it. Nope. Are you sure you don't want to know?
I'll tell you something you don't want to know.
Fair enough.
I don't know what it is yet.
Carry on.
I don't even know. But I see my kids driving this boat, and I have the same thing. I'm like, oh, look at that. Oh, wait, that's my kids driving my boat.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of sweet because I'm like, it's a hot boat, but I'm also like, fuck, my kids are driving it.
Yeah.
Like, I want it.
Can I ask a question about your Shamrock? Is it straight inboard? It has the same platformy things for the trim tabs on the back. It looks just like Helen's. And at the front, it has the same like wood open doors that go into the
cabin.
Thank you.
Yep. All working together on this.
Captain David loves those kinds of cabins.
Yeah, it reminds me of Helen.
You can say it.
I can see why it makes you happy.
Yeah.
It is really cute. Also, could we also circle back just real quick to what you said about the other day when Christy was on her way into TI Park and she said she thought she saw a Shamrock near where she was docking and where you were docking, and you said,
don't remember. Help
you're
me
just
understand.
Better at spotting Shamrock ass?
Yeah. It was that. Yes.
So she said, we were docking at your dock to go to the Boaty Show live show / Jay and Josh's concert. And there's the Shamrock that docks right next to your boat. And I'm like, really? I didn't know that. And then I said, you're just better at spotting Shamrock ass because it's parked bow in. I actually pride myself on being able to identify boats by their butts.
Well, and this is honest. I'm not actually trying to be a jerk here. I know exactly what you're saying when you say it, and you're absolutely right. Like it is so true. Like, it is very specific, stern, look, right? Like you know exactly
outline.
What it is. Yeah. So as much as we're being double entendre, it's also very, very true. And also, you pride yourself on it, which I'm now also very proud of you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're doing great.
Well, when you cruise around the Thousand Islands or a lake with a lot of boathouses, any place with a bunch of docks where the boats are facing, they face in or out toward the shore, like they're perpendicular to the shore. If you want to spot the boat and figure out what kind it is, you kind of have to check out, one perspective on it.
I think this is actually kind of interesting if you think about it, because remember I said to you the other day, when I see a whaler coming at me from the front, see the bow of a whaler coming towards me, I think, oh, who is this? I probably know them. Yeah, I bet you do it too, Christy, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not always true anymore. But it's still built into my DNA that I see a whaler from the, I'm looking at the bow of the boat coming at me, and I'm like, oh, who's this?
Yeah,
who's this now?
Old whalers, the original phase of whaler design, they call it the smile or frown or something like that. There's basically the lines wrap underneath the boat from the sponson on the outside edge up toward the bow.
Whoa.
Up toward the bow.
What's a sponson?
So a sponson is an enlarged portion of a boat hull that is toward the side, not in the middle, right? So a pontoon is it's a separate floating thing, okay? But a sponson is bat. There's a bat cruising.
Yes.
Oh, wow. There's a bat. He's out early because it's shady here.
That made it. That made it way shadier.
Way shady.
Wait.
Lots of bats at Shady Ledge? Probably
I
all
love
sorts
that.
of spooky stuff too.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I love bats.
We found the shady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's going to break out an M&M right now. Wait, hold on. Go back. Keep talking about this. I need to hear more about this. I think I know what you're saying.
Okay, so in boat design, you can have lots of shapes. You can have a flat bottom. You can have a round bottom.
Sure. Deep
right?
V.
You can
yada,
have a
yada.
deep V. It's a V shape. Okay. You can have a pontoon. There's two separate hulls, right, with
Yes.
a deck across the middle.
Yes.
Which is also kind of like a catamaran.
Sure.
Right. Sometimes catamaran hulls can be joined in the middle by like by hull that actually sort of it touches the water also, but there's like a bit of an arch in the middle. It can be down in the water, and so sometimes that's what gets called a cathedral hull, right? So if you're looking at the boat straight on, there's like two V's.
So that's what we're talking about with the original whaler. So
Yeah.
the cathedral hull, because you've said that before on a previous Boaty show. We've talked about this.
I would not characterize a whaler hull as full cathedral.
Okay.
Because there was like the Dixie was a big man. MFG made a bunch of like full on, like there was a V and then like a arch and then another V and then an arch and then a third V. So there was like three of those, and those things, you want to talk about spine rattling.
That was like they put so much effort into making it awful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, this, and so what you get with the whaler is a ton of stability, because at the outside of the hull, when you're looking at it straight on, the outside of the hull, there's extra boat in the water, and that extra boat floats at the sides, so you can step on the side of a whaler and it barely sinks.
Copy that.
Like our boats, these round hulled, round bilged,
Yep.
right? You step on the sides of these things and they're like, whoa, super tippy.
Not
Sometimes.
mine. Yours is like that, but mine's not. I mean, not to be all like that with you right now, but
I'm taking it that way.
But it's kind of true.
Mm-hmm.
You should step on my boat when we're done and see how it goes.
Totally gonna.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, what was that weird word you used like 20 minutes ago before you went deep?
Sponson?
Sponson's a weird word. Is that the one? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What is a sponson?
So that's the name of this shape of the hull. The part of the hull, like the whole thing is a hull, and then if you've got a V like at the outside, like on a whaler, like two V's, one on the outside, one on the left, one on the right. That section of hull can be called a sponson. Another bat. It's probably same bat.
Same bat.
It's not dark, but it's not light. I got my sunglasses on, so I'm trying to calibrate on. It's
shady.
It's shady. Like he's probably up in there, and there's it's getting a little too shady for even him.
All right. I'm going to bring this back.
It is kind of desperate. I'm trying the desperate.
No, but I'm excited about that word. I don't know it well.
Is that the word that I said a minute ago?
Sponson, yeah.
Right.
I don't quite still understand exactly what it means. Does everybody else here except for me understand what sponson is?
So.
Okay, then we're going to leave it there and go back to the fact that what we're talking about was looking at boats from the back versus the front, which is why I brought up whalers.
So you can identify a boat shape often from the back or the front. You don't need, when you look at a boat listing online, you don't need 5 different perspectives on it to figure out what it is, which is how Christy was able to identify a shamrock, which she loves. She loves the shape so much, has her own, and saw just the back of one sitting in a boathouse, and she could boom, shamrock.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Love it.
Front,
love
back,
all of that.
Side to side.
And I guess this is just sort of a fun boaty thing, is just the way that you the way that you see something and go, oh, that's a blah blah. Like when we were in Tennis Island, was it last week? And we were Key West at the same moment, right?
Yeah.
And whatever. Yeah.
They have it they have Key West, not all boats, but many boats have a distinctive design language, and that's part of their brand because it's part of their appeal. People resonate or like that shape, and they're like, ooh, I like me a shamrock. Ooh, I like me a down east center console, right? Yeah. I like an Eastern or a Seaway.
Yeah.
I like a Chris Craft, right? They all have they have their own design language, which is pretty cool. Like when you look at cars,
why do I like all of those though? That's the question. There's so many boats to like.
What boats don't you like?
I don't like the Key West thing. I'm not into
the center console.
Yeah,
so
there you go. That thing with that radar arch that we saw last year.
Patrick likes all that.
I know. Yeah, that's good.
He's really into it.
I know, and it's good to have diversity in your friendship.
It may be that there isn't a boat that Patrick doesn't like.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
He wasn't all about the Sea-Doo Spark thingy, Sport Spark or whatever it is, that catamaran. Christy, tell us what you would improve about the Shamrock.
Oh, good question.
It's very.
Would you change?
It's kind of slow, so it takes a while to get somewhere, which is fine. That's fine normally, but it would be nice if it was a little faster.
How fast, slow is it?
I really don't know. I just know that it's kind of slow.
Okay,
Like
so
Annabelle and I took it
could you
out
give us like
yesterday.
an example? Yeah, give us an example of like you're like, where's my giddy up? Give us an example.
So we just took it down to Clayton and back yesterday just for fun because she is just learning how to drive it, and so
This is you and your daughter.
Yes.
Annabelle. Yes.
Yes.
Right here next to me. Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
she's just learning how to drive it. And it's just kind of, we were putzing, going along and, at a speed. We weren't just putzing along. And I looked over and I was like, we are still near the island, and if we'd been in like our Boston Whaler, we would have been past the island by then.
Were you in like hammer down mode?
No, but it was, I want to say like it doesn't plane, but I want to be like it was, on plane for a non-planing boat. We were up and we were going.
And Shamrocks are really heavily built. It's a big, heavy boat. It's meant to like not get tossed around much.
It feels heavy, I think, when you get in it. It's also very wet, which was a bummer. And we
tell
put
us more about that. Yeah.
we put splash rails on it.
Yeah, did it help?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
What's a splash rail?
It's like it's a piece of rubber basically that they put along the water line, and so as you're going through, it pushes the spray away from the boat.
Yeah, you might. No, great. The peanut gallery doesn't want the mic.
Yeah,
which is fine.
so we put those
accept
on,
all
and that was
contributions.
really helpful.
Yeah.
That's great advice right there.
Yeah, they're
Spray rails, like this boat's wet, which means that it's tossing spray out and up from the sides, and that ends up on you, which is fine when it's 90 in August, but not so great when it's like 57 in September or October. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
so
if
I
you're
think-
just wearing a white t-shirt.
right.
We've covered spray rails, very useful addition to any boat, really. And this is a straight inboard. They have a reputation for being wet, and I always kind of like poo-pooed it because people online like to troll boats, like blah blah, it's wet boat, don't buy a Shamrock. But you guys experienced that. You put spray rails on and solved the problem.
Yep, we did.
Awesome, good work.
We did. I mean, we still get wet when the wind is really blowing.
Yeah,
But that's
Right.
that's
that's boating.
that's boating. Yeah.
All right.
Mine had the same problem, remember?
Yeah. Do you have spray rails?
I do, but they have like special names because my friend Rick Casali like knows what the different ones are called in the front and the back, and it's
Oh, really?
yeah. I love asking him, and I always ask him, and I never remember. So hopefully he'll
Do you
listen to this and
Do you
maybe
have back spray rails
yes.
and front spray rails?
I don't have both. I only have back. I don't have front.
And I only have front. We only have front. So
Well,
between the two of us,
I don't know what to say about any of that, except that my boat does not. I don't get super wet in my boat, so I don't
No.
care.
Good.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Well, you know what? Because we did a live show last night,
We gotta wrap it up.
we're going to wrap this up. Maybe that'll be next week.
But it is high summer, and
It
we
is.
hope that everybody is out there boating their faces off.
Yeah. Drink it up.
Right.
Drink it up. Boat it up.
And thank you guys for having us.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. And I'm still looking around for what's shady.
The bat is right there.
Oh, Stephanie, do you want to hear a little bit of the Boat of the Week song?
I would love to hear just a little bit, just to cheer me up. You know how I feel about all of this.
It's the boat of the week.
There it is.
Stable asleep.
Oh, don't turn it down?
No.
Play more?
Baby,
Yeah.
isn't she sweet? It's the boat of the week. The boat of the week. Ooh, how I love me, the boat of the week. Da 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 da. Hey, yeah, let's check out the boat of the week.
Do you think it was better live?
It was pretty good live. Though I don't really remember the
Yeah.
whole thing live.
You're having a full blackout
Yeah,
experience.
it was kind of blackout. I had like a few flashes of audience faces and clapping and that kind of thing. I remember seeing Christy and the Round Island contingent. Greg, were you there? All right, good. Because if I'd not remembered you, I feel awful. You did say earlier you'd like to be behind the scenes road crew. You just got an extension cord for our little power outage.
All right. Well,
You're-
as always, it's a team effort.
It's a team effort,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well done, everybody.
All right, and I'm really psyched that Annabelle here, Greg and Christy's daughter, is learning to drive a straight inboard like a boss. Yeah,
She is actually a really good boat driver.
Yeah, girl.
yeah, you are.
Good at the boat, good at the jet ski.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You maybe get your
It's
captain's
fun.
license.
It's fun. It's great.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Everybody that came to the show last night can't express how grateful we are for the smiles on your faces and the noise you made. Can't express how grateful we are for Jay and Josh sharing their stage with us.
Amen, amen, amen.
It was quite a wonderful experience. So have a great week.
Yo ho ho, that's it for the Boaty Show. Pack the cooler, grab the lines, let's go, go, go. Yo ho 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 ho.
That's it for the
Boaty
Boaty
Show.
Show.
Should we do a second take? No, we're going to go with that one.
There's only one thing in this whole show we can edit. Let's let it be.
Let's leave it. All right, everybody. Stay boaty.
Stay floaty.
Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. This live event was really something for us to do. Very gratifying to see people enjoying us up on stage. And we can't express our thanks enough to the contenders, Josh Day and Jay Nash, who are just absolutely fabulous musicians. Go follow him on Instagram. They've got a YouTube channel that we linked from our YouTube video of this whole event. If you want to check out a video of the live show, it is up on the Boaty Show YouTube channel. Go watch. It's about 14 minutes long. And let us know what you think. Subscribe, leave a comment, rating, and stay in touch. Thanks so much. Take care.